Dunedin TV presents your local weekly morning show from delightfully different Dunedin. Featuring Justin Cataccio with Caitlin Hart. Including a musical performance by a local artist, an in-depth conversation with people in the know. This is Good Morning Dunedin.
This week on Good Morning Dunedin,
it's Women's History Month. The city of Dunedin was honored with the first installation of the Women's Suffrage marker.
business leaders in Dunedin celebrated International Women's Day at the Fenway Hotel.
I talk with Cameron Ilan about why she chose to call Dunedin her forever home, while Justin goes on location with Jason Sabert at Flanagan's Irish Pub to get the update on St. Patrick's Day.
Alyssa and Braden Everly share their floral artwork in this week's Art Corner. Haley Richardson and Alan Murray perform a traditional Celtic song as this week's musical guests. All of this and more is coming up this morning on Good Morning Dunedin! Good morning, Dunedin. Welcome back to your favorite little local morning show. I'm your host, Justin Cataccio, and I'm here with my co-host, Caitlin Hart. Thank you for tuning in this morning, whether on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or on our local Dunedin TV cable channels 15 and 639. However you found us today, thanks for tuning in to your favorite little local morning show. We are coming to you this morning from the Laurie White Pavilion here in downtown Dunedin along the Pinellas Bike Trail. This is our first episode of our second season, and we are honored to share this celebration with women throughout the nation for Women's History Month. The success of the city of Dunedin is largely attributed to the businesses in downtown, and many of them are owned and led by women. This past weekend, I attended the Child Safety Drive-Thru with my daughter, JC. I want to give special thanks to Jory Peterson and Tina Ward, two women who coordinate these free city events with the Dunedin's Park and Recreation Department. They gave out all kinds of information about pool safety, and the Sheriff's Department was there, and then all the kids got to try on life jackets and go home with a fitted Coast Guard certified life jackets.
Down. All right, go ahead and climb in.
Yeah, even though the weather was challenging, the event was still very informative, and my daughter left with a Coast Guard certified life vest. And now I can take her and a friend on our sailing adventures.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So how was your weekend, Caitlin?
It was nice. So I ended up going to John Chestnut Park for the first time. Checked that out, walked around on the little trails there. It was really nice, and we saw an alligator, so that was pretty cool. I walked up pretty close to it. I wanted to get a little closer, but I figured that wouldn't be smart, so there's a picture.
Every time I go there, I see alligators.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are they the smaller ones? Or
They're like
the little
3 or 4 feet maybe, and they're.
Yeah.
But it's one of the only places that I see alligators.
Yeah.
Is that John Chestnut? Yeah.
But it was nice. Enough about me. It's Women's History Month. Did you know that Dunedin allowed women to vote before it was nationally recognized?
I did not. But now I do.
Dunedin was honored with being the first city to install the Women's Suffrage Trail Blazer marker. The Elizabeth Skinner Plaque is the first of over 2,000 trail markers to be installed throughout the country to honor influential women who helped influence the suffrage movement.
I don't know if you know this, but Elizabeth Skinner was the first female city commissioner in Dunedin and served for 2 terms. As you all know, we have 3 female city commissioners today, or 2 female, 1 mayor, and all 3 of our charter officials are female. So she really, kind of set the pace for us.
I am extremely honored to be here today for installation of the very first women's suffrage marker for the National Votes for Women Trail in Dunedin, Florida. It's an honor and a tribute to Dunedin and to Florida and to Elizabeth Skinner, whose marker it is.
Elizabeth Skinner was my great aunt, and she was very involved in our lives as we were growing up. Very humble person, always doing for others. And Elizabeth Skinner was very devoted to the children of Dunedin. Built them a youth center, started the Head Start program, a marvelous person to be around, a great person to look up as a role model.
Here's to strong women. May we know them, may we be them, and may we raise them. Thank you.
All right, this new trail marker is an incredible honor for the city of Dunedin. Dunedin has allowed women to vote for over 100 years, and Elizabeth Skinner had a lot to do with that local decision. All right, next on Community Corner News, Pulitzer Prize-nominated journalist Fawn Germer, who's also a friend of mine, spoke at the International Women's Day event this past Monday at the Fenway Hotel. Many of the downtown business owners were keynote speakers at this historical event.
So today was International Women's Day. It's always the best day, but in a place like Dunedin, holy cow, because we have great women who had a vision for this city, and we have great women leaders in politics here and everything. So International Women's Day is always something to celebrate in a place like this.
The greatest lesson is that we need to be ready for the next thing that's going to come along. So I hope all of you look at this and say, wow, I wasn't prepared. What am I going to do to be prepared for the next one? And do it now, not when the next one comes. Whatever it is, global warming, the market crashing, another pandemic, something is going to happen. We're young. Please get ready for it. Get yourself ready. All the challenges that you had are lessons for you for the future.
Why do we do that? We take the one person we're supposed to love and cherish the most, and we beat her up. We tell her she's not worthy. We tell her she's not enough. And we tell her that she's not worthy of love and acceptance. And that is all we are worthy of. Love yourself more than anyone else. Know that you inside of you are more than enough. You're amazing. You bring more to life than anyone around you, right? Make your life the best life. Don't let this limit you.
When you take something that's so bad that made such an impact on your life and turn it around to something years later, it's a big, big deal. And it was a huge deal for me. And I think I couldn't have got through that without Lisa.
I think it was 12% interest at the time. It was crazy, but worked our ass off. I didn't even have money the first day. We didn't have enough money to put into the till to open up the register. We had to borrow that money. Every penny we had went into it so that we could do it. And I had 2 kids, under 2, a restaurant.
And so what year is that?
In 1990.
Many people resist risk and are only comfortable with the security of knowing when they go to sleep at night what the next day is going to be like. That's comforting. It's secure. And living like that is a choice they are free to make. I recognize the importance most people place on having structure in their lives. Not having structure can be disconcerting. They shouldn't try to do what I do if structure brings them peace and comfort. Risk is a choice. It's the only way to test your potential.
All right, thank you. Now, there are a lot of female-owned businesses in downtown Dunedin. Kathy owns Blur. Tina owns Casatina. Kimberly owns Hanu. Sylvia owns the CC Riders restaurant. And Pat, who we've had on Dunedin TV before, owns Rock Solid Fitness.
All right, let's take a break. And when we come back, we'll be here with Cameron Elan to talk about her Dunedin Living cover in honor of Women's History Month. Welcome back to Good Morning Dunedin. I'm Caitlin Hart, and I'm on location here at the Pinellas Bike Trail with Cameron Elan. Welcome, Cameron. How are you doing today?
Hi, Caitlin. Thank you for having me.
Of
and
course.
Good Morning Dunedin.
It's so nice to have you back on the show. Last time you were here talking about the Dunedin International Film Festival, that you are actually on the cover of Dunedin Living this month. This is really cool. Tell us about that.
Yes, I was shocked when Dunedin Living asked me to be the feature story for the month of March because it's Women's History Month. It's an annual declared month that highlights the contributions of women to events in history and contemporary society.
What an honor for the magazine to ask you to be the feature story like that.
It was an honor, but it's given me several opportunities to share my story about how I got where I am today. Most of my success as a woman can be attributed to my mother and my sisters. Women's History Month is about honoring trailblazers for the women's suffrage movement. While I do not feel like I have actually blazed any trails, I do actively walk the paths of the trails that the women of Dunedin have created for me. There is a lot of opportunity here for women, and that can be seen in our political leadership.
So Cameron, can you tell me about the first time you've heard about Dunedin's epic goals?
Absolutely. I was at a Chamber of Commerce breakfast at the Dunedin Golf Club about 3.5 years ago, and it was the first time I met the new city manager, but that's when Lynn Wargo was still running the chamber, and she was seeking guidance in social media development. I was new to the city. And then also Deborah Kynes spoke that morning about her role in arts and culture here in the city and how she wanted to get more art projects off the ground. And at that same breakfast, Jennifer Bramley actually introduced the 5 epic goals for the city of Dunedin. One of them was establishing Dunedin as a leader of the state in arts and culture. And so that really kind of fueled my passion for arts and culture. And I saw a lot of these great women leaders of Dunedin saying how they wanted to support more art in the city. So I just offered my services and started volunteering for them. I helped Lynn put up a new Facebook banner for the Facebook page because it was dated, and I was lucky enough to be invited to on the planning committee of the first Gimme Shelter bus stop up by Soggy Bottom. So that was the first time, thanks to Commissioner Deborah Kynes, that I really got to see what it was like to volunteer for a committee, to be a part of the decision-making process for arts and culture in the city.
Wow, that sounds really awesome. A lot of informational and great women you talked about. What roles do you play here yourself in the city of Dunedin?
So I originally came to Dunedin with Warrior One Yoga, so I'm a yoga teacher here. I sit as the president for the film festival, as you know, and I sit on the board of the Downtown Dunedin Merchants Association, which is an organization that gets all the local businesses together for marketing events that drive traffic into the city and promote business. Something that I'm like the most excited about right now is that an organization that I helped found called Rise Up, that brings yoga leadership skills to foster youth. We're actually starting a partnership, but I can't really use the word partnership yet, but we're working together with the Girl Scouts of America to create a badge, a brand new first time ever badge, a yoga badge for Girl Scouts. So this is like the thing that I'm most excited about right now.
That's awesome, because I actually was in Girl Scouts myself, and I used to do yoga, but we did not have that yoga badge. So that's a really neat, I think that's very interesting. So what is next for you? You seem like to be doing a lot of stuff for your community.
Yeah, so I want to combine the film documentary background that I have with my yoga outreach program, and I want to create a documentary following the impacts of breathing and mindfulness on foster children and trauma-sensitive youth, and follow them in their journey as they develop new healthy coping skills.
So how can people find you?
The best way to get in contact with me is Facebook. I'm Cameron Tracy Elon on Facebook. You can just friend request me. You could come and see me at the yoga studio. I teach every Monday morning at 9:15. But these days, since it's spring training season, mostly I'm at Bon Appetit Restaurant on the water. You can find me inside in a bow tie or outside with a visor and serving surf and turf and rosé and really getting to know the community on a more personal basis.
Sounds delicious. I've seen you there a couple times myself with Justin. So thank you so much. Was there anything else you'd like to add or say?
I love Dunedin TV, and I love our city for supporting arts and culture, and I hope to see, film and media production grow in the city with the development of the new City Hall. So thank you.
Yes. So thank you again. So we're going to go over to Justin over at Flanagan's to get the latest scoop on what's to come for St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, thanks, Caitlin. So we are here with Jason Seibert, the owner of Flanagan's Irish Pub. Welcome to the show, Jason.
Thanks, Justin. How you doing?
Great. It's been a little while since we've had you on the show.
It has.
So you were a musical guest, and about this time last year, we had you on, I think it was the second episode of Good Morning Dunedin, talk about the pre-COVID launch of St. Patty's Day. And then
I remember I told you make me a star, and here I am, a star.
A star. Good Morning Dunedin. So, Jason, tell us a little bit about this year's plans for St. Patty's Day. What people can expect to see from Flanagan's, the kind of the king of St. Patty's Day here in Dunedin.
Well, I know we're going to have a really good time. This year, there are no street closures that are going to be allowed, so we're going to do the best we can with that. And we're going to put the same guys in the kilts that do security for us regularly on a street closure. We're going to put them in front of the pub, and they're going to make sure that we stay within state, county, and city regulations, and still have a good time. We also have a patio the city has been very generous with letting us use and have, and that has been a great help. So we'll have some people out on the patio as well. But the name of the game is responsibility while still celebrating the heritage.
And speaking of the heritage, what kind of things should people expect? Like a menu, green beer?
Well, I would definitely expect a lot of green shirts. we've got our own shirts that we sell every year. I'll be giving away some shirts, to select people that are Jameson people will get a Jameson shirt here and there because Jameson has said they're going to come in and hand out a few. Guinness will come in and hand out a few. We don't know when that's going to happen and what times. It's kind of at their, they're going Irish pub to Irish pub. And even though we're top of the list, we don't know the times yet. But it'll be a surprise if you get one. And then we'll, of course, have the Dunedin firefighters here selling their shirts as they do every year at St. Patty's Day. That's one way that we support a local 501 charity.
Great. So, again, St. Patrick's Day is this Wednesday, March 17th. And it's not going to be the same huge street festival it usually is, but
next year.
It's
going to get weird.
Fingers crossed we can get back to normal next year. So if you can come down, where are we? What's your address here?
It's 465 Main Street in beautiful downtown Dunedin, Florida. So we got so much excitement for this thing. And even though we're doing it in a different way, we don't know what to expect. It's going to be a great time either way. We have a good time any way you slice it.
All right. Well, thanks, Jason. I appreciate you coming on the show again.
Thanks, Justin.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I'm good. I can't wait to see everybody here. We're going to be open from noon till 2 a.m.-ish. Good morning, Dunedin.
My name is Alyssa Marie, and I am a muralist in St. Pete, Florida. My husband Braden and I have been doing murals for almost 4 years now. We started doing them right after we moved to Florida, just over 4 years ago, and we really kicked it off right when we got here, and we've been doing it ever since. I am very strongly influenced by anything nautical. That was really what moved me to Florida, was the flora fauna. I was caught at school doodling hibiscus and palm trees in my notebooks in landlocked Colorado. I had never even been to Florida, and I was obsessed with everything that the water had to offer. So after we moved here, it was very soon after that the sea turtles, the beach scenes, seascapes, everything related to Florida, from the flowers, the trees, the wildlife, it inspires my oil paintings, my murals. Really, the whole gamut is inspired by this state. So we are at LMB Boutique in Dunedin, and this is a mural that is actually kind of a mirror of what Liz, the owner, has inside. She has a lot of Frida Kahlo inspired works indoors, and so she wanted to put that outside. We're really excited to be painting Frida, and then she loves anything rustic antique. So that's where the roses came in. We're doing a bunch of roses, and Frida always wore roses in her hair. So we're just trying to make a mural that screams Frida Kahlo.
So we did a mural down at Southern Bay Bakery, their new location here in Dunedin. And it's a mural that says, "Making Dunedin Sweeter." So, which we can definitely say that they are making Dunedin sweeter because their treats are delicious.
So sweet.
From when COVID started, we kept our spirits real high. We manifested that it was going to be a wonderful year no matter what, and that's exactly what came out of it. We started the Happy Mural Project, painting large sunflowers all over St. Pete. We were busier than we've ever been. We found other people who felt the same, and it's nothing but joy and happiness and love, and that's what we manifest, and that's what we found over this past year.
And we connected with a lot of business owners who were taking advantage of their businesses being closed, and they were able to have us either in or outside when they didn't have such high traffic. And so it actually ended up being a win-win really for us and many business owners, because they were finally able to do the mural that they've been wanting to do for years.
We created the Happy Mural Project as a way to connect with people of the community through large, giant sunflowers on walls. Our first one landed on the week that COVID hit. So the shutdown came the week we were painting the wall. So it happened exactly when it needed to. And that's another part of that manifestation. We just wanted to bring love to the community, and we did that through painting giant sunflowers through COVID.
People were so uncertain of what was going on right then, and being able to see that there were happy sunflowers being painted on walls, it just spread joy through so many people's homes, through the people that were feeling a little bit uneasy at that time. We never ever could have imagined the impact that it would have on St. Pete and beyond. Ooh, art excites people. It makes people connected. When you see a big mural on the wall, chances are majority of the people who see it are going to resonate with it in some way or another, and it brings all of those people together because they're posting about it, they're talking about it. It's just another positive thing that's filling your conversations every day, filling your newsfeed on social media. Public art is so rich for a community to have murals everywhere. We just love it.
We have people travel from all over the state of Florida to come see our murals. And so it's the backdrops, their cover photo on Facebook, the Instagram post. We live in a world where pictures are everything now. And so if you can create a wall that's the perfect backdrop for your social media posts, you're gonna have people come and flock and seek out walls and seek out artists because they love the art. It makes them feel good. That's what art's all about. Good morning, Dunedin.
Hi, I'm Greg Bryant. Question for you. How well do you know your elected officials?
And so just civics was giving back, getting involved, providing service. It was kind of...
Coffee with the Commission.
All right, so on my way back from Flanagan's, I ran into Melody Urso here, and she is one of our favorite viewers of Good Morning Dunedin. How you doing?
I'm doing great this morning on this beautiful day. Thank you.
So today on Good Morning Dunedin, we are celebrating women.
Woohoo!
And you're one of my favorite women,
Woohoo!
Melody.
Thank you.
So we're also doing a thing that we're trying to start about model citizen. So let me ask you, Melody, what do you think makes a model citizen?
Okay, a model citizen to me is someone who is committed to their community and wants to give back to their community and be a part of what makes the community great. And that can include volunteering, it can include participating in different committees or things like that, and just being a good representative of our city by being nice to people and, you know, always having a smile and adopting a dog, of course.
Can't not adopt a dog.
Yeah,
Dog Eden. Well, we just wanted to say the happy Women's Day, Melody.
Here's to women.
Women power, right?
Women power, yes.
It's time for some birthday shout-outs. Happy birthday to Bart. He's a talented carpenter who loves hunting and fishing, and his dream job is to become a pirate. Happy birthday to Lisa. She does woodworking, and she was born on St. Patrick's Day. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Teresa. She's a middle school history teacher and has been teaching for over 10 years. Happy birthday.
All right, well, happy birthday, everybody. Before we hear our musical guests this week, Haley Richardson and Alan Murray, I wanted to thank the trailblazing women of Dunedin, Elizabeth Skinner and Fawn Garmer, our guests Cameron Ilan and Jason Seibert, Alyssa and Brandon Everly in the Art Corner, and of course you, wherever you are, for joining us this morning. You can reach out to us on social media to share your story and your birthdays. Please remember to be kind to one another and to stay safe out there. Caitlin? Good morning, Dunedin.
Almost like
My love has left me, the barrens tall, and that's the last of him I ever saw. He joined the army, and he marched our wall. They took the shilling, and he's off to war. Come laddies, come, hear the cannons roar. Take the king's shilling and you're off to war. Well, he looked so fine as he marched along, with kilt and spurring and his musket gun. All the ladies stepped in as he marched along. He sang that out by the broom law. Come laddies, come, hear the cannons roar. Take the king's shilling and you're off to war. Come laddies, come, hear the cannons roar. Take the king's shilling and you're off to war. But the pipes did play as he marched along, and soldiers sang out a proper song. March on, cried the captain gay. The king and country, must fight today. Come laddies, come, hear the cannons roar. Take the king's shilling and you're off to war. Come laddies, come, hear the cannons roar. Take the king's shilling and you're off to war. Well, the battle rattled to the sound of guns, and bayonets flashed in the morning sun. The drums did beat, and the cannon drove, and the shilling didn't seem much worth no more. Come laddies, come, hear the cannon roar. Take the king's shilling and we're off to war. Come laddies, come, hear the cannons roar. Take the king's shilling and we're off to war. But the men did fight, and the men did fall, got down by bayonet and musket ball. And many of these brave young men would never fight for to war. Take the cage to the boot and you're off to war.